Shares of Peloton dropping today. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission issuing an urgent warning to stop using the Peloton Tread Plus. This comes after its investigation into the death of a child turned up dozens of instances of injuries. Peloton calling the new advisory inaccurate and misleading, saying its treadmills are safe when safety recommendations are followed. J.P. Morgan putting out a note today saying buy any pullback related to the Tread Plus product warning. A lot of analysts actually came out and defended Peloton. Dan, you got one in the background, so I got to go to you on this. Your thoughts?
Well, you know, it's obviously a very serious situation. The thing about the child is horrible. But listen, I have 2 cats and a little dog running around, and I actually have to lock them in another room for that fear. So there's something that has to happen here with the design of that product. It could be as easy as something of putting some sort of barricade around it. But when you have human death like that, it's obviously to be taken seriously. And the other issue I just mentioned as it relates to Peloton, we know that they're buying Precore. They make a lot of these sorts of devices. So this is something that I think investors all of a sudden now, you know, we have to worry about regulatory issues in Tim's Cannabis or in Bitcoin and stuff like that. Now you have to worry about them in treadmills too.
Yeah, and the issue is slightly different. As you mentioned, it involves human death, specifically of a child. And whenever that happens, our hearts go out to that family, and we really think hard about whether or not we're going to use that product again. Tim, I think this is about a liability issue. What will it cost for Peloton to get its reputation back, to fix the problem, to fix the future Pelotons that it sends out of its warehouses?
Well, look, I can't speak to the legal extent and the liability here. I'll say that Peloton has gone out of their way to build a brand that is high association with innovation, leading edge, and home fitness. And I think as much as this is clearly been a COVID accelerated trend, I think this is one that stays with us. I don't love the valuation, and Peloton's down 35% in 65 sessions or something, and I think it's trying to find a base. But this is kind of that vertically integrated player that is innovative on the hardware side, has a software model and a recurring revenue model, and I think it's in a pretty sweet spot right now. It's not going to lose this tailwind. It may not be as extraordinary. We need to figure out what multiple. This is tragic news. I think the market will separate the difference here.
Yeah, we talked about all the analysts defending Peloton. Guy with a 7% pullback. Would you?
Yes. You know, you go back to October when the stock was making an all-time high. I want to say in the 130s. It traded down to a little below 100, but November 15th, I think it closed around 101.90, and it exploded from there. It made a new all-time high off of that. I think you traded on the long side against this 102 level. J.P. Morgan's note was accurate, I think. Obviously, it's a tragedy without question. I don't think we're speaking about that. We're speaking about how to trade the stock. And into earnings, I believe, on May 5th, I think you stay long against 102.
All right.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.